Alright, so today I'm going to review my Northern Industrial 200 amp MIG and stick welder. I know you don't measure MIG in amps, but that's how they have it advertised on the machine. And as you can see here, it's 30 to 200 amp MIG and 30 to 140 amp stick. I don't know what the MIG transfers into in volts, and I'm assuming the stick is just a constant current, and obviously the MIG is not. It's constant voltage, but so you can see that it's amperage for stick, voltage for MIG, and it's all adjusted just by this switch here. It's a little bit flimsy for me, but you know what, can't complain. And infinite controls on a Chinese machine is always great, because nothing worse than not being able to get your settings right for what you're welding. One little quarrel with it is the power switch on the back. I guess it's not that bad. It always makes me remember to turn my gas on, but it's also not that great. At the moment I have it set up with Staragon from Oxark and 035 70 series wire from Forney. I have the 10-pound spool adapter in there. I like the wire feed mechanism. It is basically identical to the one that was in my old Lincoln Weld Pack 100. Never had a bird's nest. Not once. I keep spare parts in here. I don't know that that's smart, but I do. And then the only thing I wish it had was wing nuts on the power cables here, but usually the only time I ever change polarity is with stick. And what's great is you just twist them out and then plug them back in, but you can just switch the work in the stinger lead, and there you go. You can go from DC reverse to DC straight just with the twist of a wire. So I've never had any issues with it. Had it for about 2.5 years. The price was right. Usually don't buy Chinese stuff, but I don't know. I've never had an issue with it, so I'm glad I bought it. And 2 processes in one is great for the homeowner. And duty cycle is not bad. It's about 30%. Really, the only time I ever hit that is when I'm running beads on things like that. When I made that seam there with the diamond plate in the top of the bench, that hit the duty cycle once. But it has a thermal overload indicator and protector, so you really can't harm it. Runs on 220 volt, 30 amp, but I have it on a 50 amp circuit, so I've never had an issue with it. And like I say, infinite controls are great. And the new one comes with a spool gun, and I believe you can even get a TIG torch for it now. Don't really know why you'd need DC TIG unless you're doing like sheet metal or stainless steel, but I think if you have a spool gun, a MIG gun, and a stinger, you're probably set for most of your home welding needs. And